Hello viewers, welcome back to YouTube. It is Friday and it's 4:20 somewhere. This is my second time doing the intro because I forgot to record the first time. We have a couple good stories today and some more influencers that we're going to try to, bring up to our level because every week we're just getting more and more popular on this site, and this site's getting more popular. YouTube is blowing up. The first comes from Mr. Schumer, Mr. Chuck Schumer of the government, who was hanging out on a patio with two other senators, Cory Booker and Ron Wyden, and they were talking about marijuana legalization. So I'm just going to show a clip of that really quick.
This is not a war on drugs, it's a war on people, and certain people. Veterans are disproportionately arrested for possession of marijuana. Low-income people, disproportionately arrested. People with mental health challenges, disproportionately arrested. And of course, as you said, Chuck, black and brown communities are targeted. In fact, African Americans and whites have the same usage rates of marijuana, but blacks are 3.7 times more likely. And that's why what Chuck Schumer said is so urgent. It's not just about creating an environment where states are legalizing, it's about restorative justice.
They're the talking points we've heard all before, but it doesn't hurt to hear them again, I guess. Hopefully this will become some kind of action in the future. We're going to stay in the government realm with the next story, which is about the White House, who apparently is firing people for past marijuana use. It's a little unclear as to what's going on there. There was a story this morning in the Daily Beast that was saying people were terminated, up to 5 people were terminated because of past marijuana use, but then the White House came out afterwards saying it was harder drugs in their system along with the marijuana, so it's hard to say that they're terminated for using marijuana. However, there are other staff members, and it's unclear how many staff members there were, but there are other staff members who are asked to work remotely because of having marijuana in their system, and until the marijuana gets out of their system and they vow not to have any more marijuana while they're on the job. So in the beginning of this administration, we had been told that marijuana use would be less of a deal breaker for getting a job, and it wouldn't be used for termination. However, it's clear that it's not that cut and dry. It's not that black and white. There's still some middle ground where they're uncomfortable with the use of marijuana still. And while the story doesn't seem as harsh as the Daily Beast is claiming that it is, it's still kind of a little bit of a bummer. So for all the devoted fans out there, we know that Friday comes around and we try to shine a spotlight on the smaller influencers out there who need some help, because every week we are just getting bigger and bigger. It's pretty nice. So we thought, let's return the favor. This week we have 3 influencers who are just really starting out. We've kind of found them at the bottom of the barrel, and we want to, show them that people are watching. The first one we have, his name is Steve D'Angelo. Here is his Instagram handle, steve.d'angelo, and he's kind of a bit of a weed motivator. He's there to motivate you to activize, and he's been putting up a lot of stuff on Instagram. Here's a little video that he put up recently that is just kind of showing you what he would do if he was president, which we should all be thinking about.
You know exactly what I would do. I would entirely and immediately remove cannabis from the Controlled Substances Act. Once that happens, the federal prohibition of cannabis is over, and the states will be free to regulate cannabis as they see fit.
So I'd like to see his name get out there more in the weed world. Okay, the second one, this guy is an up-and-coming actor. He moved to LA recently and smokes a lot of weed, likes smoking a lot of weed, and is a bit of a comedian. His name is Seth Rogen. At Seth Rogen is where you can find him. He also is starting a new weed company with his pal, Evan. And here it's called Houseplant. Here's a little video where he's describing why he's doing it and what it's about, and little trinkets.
Hi, I'm Seth Rogen, and if you know anything about me at all, I'm going to assume it's that I really love weed. But what you probably don't know about me is that I have been working on my own weed company for the last 10 years, and we are finally ready to launch in America. It's called Houseplant, and what we're doing is bringing you the best strains of weed that have been hand-picked, and by that I mean hand-smoked, by me. It's just the weed that I love that I want to be smoking. It comes in these adorable little tins. We have an orange one for sativa, a purple one for indica, and it even stacks. Another thing we're doing is making beautiful house goods for people who smoke weed. We have things like this block table lighter, which is a table lighter with an ashtray for the lid. I lose my lighters all the fucking time, but no more, because this dude is hard to lose. This is just the beginning. This is honestly my life's work, and I've never been more excited about anything. I hope you enjoy it.
You know, not a bad idea to have something like that on your desk, so I might get one just to help inspire him, and if he gets a sale, he'll be really happy. The last but not least, certainly not least, influencer that we have today is, he's a rapper. He's got his start on SoundCloud, on Facebook. I think he came right after MySpace. While he raps, he smokes. And he really likes smoking, and he makes smoking look cool. And so I think there's a bright future for this guy. His name is Wiz Khalifa. At Wiz Khalifa. And here's his new song on his Instagram page. Cool, so those are the 3 Instagram influencers for today: Steve D'Angelo, Seth Rogen, and Wiz Khalifa. Hopefully they will start getting big within the next couple weeks just from being on our show. We'll see. So keep an eye on those follow numbers on their pages. But that's the end of our show. We'll be back on Monday for some more news in the world of marijuana. See you then.
Like a couple musicals that I...
What the fuck, Danny? Why would you do that?
He's making it.